Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to Tech Studio. Thank you very much for watching my videos online. In today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you'll be able to bring in your camera, whether it is you are using a capture card, a camera through a capture card into your PC, or you are connecting via video switcher or any other device that you are using into EasyWorship. So first of all, you need to open up your EasyWorship. You want to bring your video into EasyWorship. So this is the version 7. I'm demonstrating using the version 7 of EasyWorship, the free or the demo version with no projection and watermark. So first of all, you continue after you have opened. All right, so with this, what you need to do is that just like you do in OBS or in any other software, you have to add your camera to you have to add it as a feed or as a source in EasyWorship. And that is how we do it. First of all, you go to media, and then when you have open media, look out for the feed tab. And then when you have clicked on the feed tab, you click on the plus sign, and then your feed editor pops up. So here, what you do is that your input device, you need to select the camera that you want to bring in. You have connected, make sure that it's connected through the USB port, either type C or type A USB port on your PC, and then your input is the camera source. So you select the source. So in my case, I use Logic 310 webcam. That is my camera. So this is my camera. So by default, EasyWorship is going to select a resolution for me, but I don't like this resolution. I want it to fill the entire canvas or the image. So what I'll do is I'll change the resolution to HD 720p, and then when I'm done, I click on OK. But before that, I need to name my camera. So I'll call my camera, I'll call it camera. And then when you have called it camera, you click on the OK button. So now we have added a feed. We have successfully added a feed. So this is what I'm going to show you something. Assuming I've connected a projector to my PC, my projector is going to be the secondary monitor. So the secondary monitor is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to customize my secondary monitor to this side so that you'll be able to see it. All right, so once I turn on my secondary monitor, so this is my projector, and I'm showing my projector on my TV screen or via HDMI on the left top side of my screen right now. So I'm showing you what my output is like. So this is the feed that I've added in here, and when I double click, like any other projection you want to do, whether scripture or songs, you double click on it to go live. My video is going to show live on the screens, so you can see my video showing, and that is my hand on my camera. Okay, so that is it. And then if you want to, I'm going to show you how you'll be able to add different kinds of presentations and then create different kinds of presentation, including the video, and show it in the auditorium. So first of all, once we have added the feed, that is the first step. So this is what you do. And then the previous, the next ones are themes and other things that you would like to create. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna create, let me just delete this one. So let's see how a song will be displayed. So this is how a song is displayed on the screen. Actually, I've just decreased the font size of the songs, so it's showing a little bit. They are small font size. You can increase them when you go into the edit menu, and then options, you can increase your font. So the next thing that I want to do is that once I've added the media, so let's say if it is song, you can show your song, and then you display your songs. And then if it is scripture, you can also display scripture as well. And then if it is how do you call it? If it is the video, maybe after reading the scripture, and then the song, if you want to display a camera, you can also double click on the camera to show the video. So your video is going to pop up on the screen. But right now, this is what I'm going to do. Instead of projecting the video from the feed directly under the media, I'll rather create a presentation. So now presentations are like a sort of documents that you want to present to your audience. So it contains different kinds of objects and other things that you want to do. So first of all, I'm going to give my presentation a name. So yeah, I'm going to call it only camera or only video. No, let me call it camera, meaning that this is going to display only camera. So I'm going to take off the text element, and then you click on the inspector button, and then you choose background. So the background can be filled blank, or the background is actually referring to the slide, the main slide, okay, that you want to fill a background with. So the background, I want to fill it with, you can fill it with color, you can fill it with gradient, or fill it with media. So I'll choose media so that I can have access to the feed. What type of media do you want to fill it with? That is my camera, that is the feed that I've brought in. And then when I'm done, I will just click on OK. So this is just only camera. So let me just go to a song, and then assuming I'm projecting the song, and then when I come back to presentation, I double click on camera, and that is my camera. So my camera shows on the auditorium television or the projector, so you can see my hand here. And then the next presentation I would like to create is also to have a logo. Okay, let's say I want to add, sorry, let's do this one will be camera with sermon title, and then here let me reduce this. So here we can double click and then type speaker. So we are creating our presentation, or we are just creating presentations. So this is a speaker. I want to fill it with, so that anytime, maybe the time when you want to show the speaker name, you can just double click on that presentation to go live. And then this is an element or an object in the presentation. It's a text box. So any text box is an element, and then if you want to change the background of that element or that field, you come to fill, and then you choose color. You can change it to any color that you want. I want to keep it at, let me use brown, and then this speaker, and then I will copy and paste the same object, and let me stretch it a bit, and then change this color to black. It's fill color. Okay, that is that specific element. So I've selected the object and I'm changing its property, the fill. The fill is just the background color of that particular object or that element. Okay, so understand that. And then when I'm done with that, I'll close this one, and then I've just changed it to black, and I'll name it so anytime maybe a sermon, you have a sermon and then you want to project the pastor's name beneath the video, you can do it this way. So Pastor John. So this is just a name that I'm just typing. It's not, It's just any name. I'm just using any name. So that is it. So this is the way I want to arrange it. And then I can bring this one a little bit down. And then here, maybe I can call it title. Maybe sermon title. So these are template presentations that you are just creating. So and then instead of it being aligned to the right, I want to align it to the left. Let me reduce it a little bit. And this one, okay. So over here too, I want to make this one black because here it's already black. You are not able to see it well. So that particular this thing, I want to change it to fill. I want to fill it with. Let me see if this color is okay. I don't want the colors to be plain, so let me just use black. And then once I'm done, I'll just undo. This particular element, I want to edit the text here so that I can then make this one caps. It's okay. And then change it to change the color to yellow. So when I'm done, I just have to select inspector again and come to background. So the whole background for this element, that is the main slide. That's the background I want to change. And I want to fill that background with media. And what kind of media? Is it video, images, or feed? That is your camera feed or camera sources. So once I've selected that, you can see that that side has been filled with a camera. It means that there is a video that is going to be used as the background. When you are done, you close it and then you click on OK to apply. So yeah, if like maybe this is just only camera. So this is just only camera. But if maybe after sermon, like maybe during sermon, you can edit it. You right click and then so you have just created it there so that all the time you will be just editing it. So once the preacher mounts the podium and then he wants to preach, you can edit, and then when you have chosen edit, you edit the content in there. Now you can go live and then you see this is how it's going to show. So you do this, and then when you want the titles to disappear, you come back to only camera and then it goes. When you want it to show again, you come back and then you can go and edit the content just like you have been doing in your Vmix, your OBS, and whatever software you have been. You can create teams and presentations in EasyWorship, bring your camera in here and then be doing the same thing that will show on your TV screens. All right, so with that being said, the next one will be maybe you have a specific video that you want to add a logo to it. So first of all, we want to add our church logo. So I'll come to images and then import an image over here. So let me come to my logos. This is my logo. Let's say I have this logo here. It's a PNG, so make sure that your designer or your graphic designer designs a logo for you that has a PNG background. So a PNG is without any background, it's just transparent. So when I come to presentations, I can just edit any of them or create another presentation with a church logo. So let's do so that you get to understand. So now let me remove all of this. We don't need them. So this is camera with logo. So here I want to import something. But first of all, let me just make the inspector. You click on the inspector, you come to background fill. That is the whole slide, the whole presentation. What do you want to fill it with? I want to fill it with a feed. That is the camera. I still choose the camera. Now the whole background is this, and then I come back to insert media. So I want to insert a media like image. I have my logo here. So this is my logo. I will just resize it. Now you see this yellow symbol over here that shows on the transformation box. When you click on it, it gives you the ability to round the edges of or transform the rectangular shape to something like an oval. You round the edges, but we don't want it that way because nothing will take effect. This is a PNG image and nothing is going to show. So this is our church logo. Some people will put their church logo here, others will put it here, others will put it here, others will put it here. For now, let's put our church logo here. Okay, and then when we are done, we just click on OK. So if you want to display our video with a church logo, we can just go like this, and then that is our church logo on the video. All right, so that is our church logo on our video, and then we can create another presentation. Okay, so people have been asking, they have been seeing things other where a scripture will show by one side and then the video will be by another side. So I'm going to show you how you'll be able to do that. With this, we are not going to do it in other presentations, because presentations you only add a static, not a dynamic scripture, a static scripture there. But if you want to do that, we can create a theme. So now let's come here, and then when we want to create a theme, let's go to scripture. We want to I want to show you something. We want to create a theme for scripture where one video will show at the other side, and then the video to show, the scripture will show at one side, and then the video to show at another side. So what we do is that we resize this thing to a half of the main screen, and then here we want to import media. So here we don't want it to be the whole background video. No, we don't want it that way. So if you want the background, we can do something nice. So what we can do is that let's finish with this, and then I'll show you how to create another one too. Today's tutorial is how to import video and then how to create themes and presentations. So don't worry, we are going to do multiples of them and examples of them. So don't worry about anything. I'm going to take my time and then show you more. And then when we want to import image. So we can import image. All right. So here we're having, okay, let's import image like this first. So we want to add our logo too. So where do we want to position our logo? Let's position our logo somewhere here. The logo need not to be that big, so the logo can be somewhere here. And then we can add another media, and the media that we want to add is a feed, a camera. So now we bring in our camera. Now let's resize it. You see that the camera has covered up the whole screen, so we resize it to this side, and then let's position it here. So I think this position is okay. And then when we are done here, we will call it camera with scripture by side, and then we click on OK. So now if the man of God is preaching, maybe this is my preferred Bible. So because we are using a trial version, some of these Bibles that are showing, they are unavailable. So it's only the free ones that you can use. you can use the free one. So this is the HCSB Bible that we are using. So let's say you search for a scripture like Revelation or Ruth chapter 1 verse 1. Before you go live, you can go live like this, and then the full scripture will show on the screen. But if you want to apply this thing where the scripture will show like this on it, just drag it to the scripture again, and then it will take effect. So now our video will be showing at one side and then our scripture. So you have been seeing this online. This is how we do it. Okay, so this is without vmix, this is without OBS or whatever software. It is only in EasyWorship that we are doing this, just with the EasyWorship software. So even though EasyWorship is expensive to buy, but these are some of the reasons why it's a good software. You see, without vmix, without OBS, we are still able to do some of these things. So this makes the thing very simple. So if you are looking at it, that is one of the main reasons why this one is very good. So even as you are watching, you can see what I'm doing. You can see my hand. One of the videos showing on one side, and then the scriptures are showing on the other side with our logo there too as well. So this makes EasyWorship very simple and then very easy to use, even though a lot of people complain it's expensive, but these are some of the good features. And then if you are using the free version, you have the watermarking there. All right, so unless you purchase and then to remove the watermark from the presentation. So now that is it. And then if you want to go back, to the full scripture, we can still double click and then we go when we want to apply. So one thing that you can do is that the scripture, you can put it at the shadow side and then apply this one to it. And then when you come here, you can go this one live, because we have applied the theme to this one. Anytime you double click, the scripture will go, the same scripture will be like this. So this is very good for our presentation at church. Okay, so now the next thing that we also want to create is so let me just leave this in, and then the next one is that let's create another theme. We are going to create the same theme. The unfortunate thing is that we will not be able to copy and then paste the same theme. But what we can do is that we can export the theme and go and rename it and then import it again, and then we can edit it. So but let's move to how do you call it? Let's move to creating another one. So here we are going to call it camera with scripture by side and image background, IMGBG. So image background. So this is what we are going to do. I want to differentiate it from what we did earlier. So this time I'm going to push the scripture to the left side, and then now we want to choose background. So before that, let me click on OK. We will have to import any media that you want to add in your presentation or theme. You have to import first. So let's go to images. I want to import this one. So I've imported this image here, and then let's go back to the theme. So this is our scripture theme. We have not yet created a song theme yet. So when we come to camera, we will edit this theme. And then when you have edited this theme, click on inspector again, and then the background. What do you want to fill the background with? We want to fill it with a media. What type of media? We want to fill it with image. Where is the image? This is our image. We import. So the background has filled with this. Our background is filled with this image. And then the next thing that we want to do is that we still want to add our logo. Let's import image, and then we want to import this image, and then we want to keep it. I want to differentiate it so that you get to know that you can position things anywhere you want. So it is here, and then let's import another thing like camera. So we come to import, and then we choose our camera, and this time around we resize our camera to this side. Let's put it at the top here, and then we click on OK. So let's say we have a scripture. So this was the scripture. We can apply it, this our scripture theme to it. So when we apply, and then now we go live, this is how it's going to show. So we have our how do you call it? We have our image background and then the scripture too at the other side. So let's say you want to present another scripture. So Matthew 1 verse 1. You can quickly add it to this side, or after you have projected like this for the congregation to see, then you go and apply this one to it. You can set this one as the main theme. When you right click on it and then you choose set as default scripture theme, it means that any scripture you project will take this theme to, or this theme to show. So this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so this is how scripture is going to look like always. And then the next thing is where we need to do the next one. I'm going to show you how you'll be able to create we are going to create song themes too. We are going to create song themes, and then when we come to song, let's create a song theme. But in our case, we are going to do a lower third theme. Okay, a lower third. So this is what we do. So first of all, we are creating a song theme. So when you come to themes, you click on song, and then we will call this one video camera with lower third lyrics. So here we reduce this, and then when we have reduced this to this side, we want to fill our this one we will just create it without any background. So and then we change our background. The main background will come to inspector and then choose slide background. This is the main slide. So we want to fill it with our video, and then what video do we want to fill it with? Feed. That's our camera feed. And then when you have added it, now you click on OK. So now let's go to song. So by default, let me search for a song in our local dialect. A song like so this is how it shows. But the moment let's say I drag it to this side, the moment I apply this one to it and I go live, this is how it's going to show. So now you see this is how it's going to show, and then you see with our translated song lyrics, this is how it's going to show at the lower third. All right, so this is a particular database that has been developed or been created, like the songs. You can watch my previous video on the, I'm going to leave the link below in the video so that you have access to how the lyrics is being displayed. Like you get access to how to use the database. But if you want the database, you need to contact through email so that you can get the database, so that you'll be able to use it for a church as well. So that is the translated song database. And then any song, this database is specifically for every charismatic church of Pentecost, name it, any church, because it includes every local song that we sing in Ghana, including even foreign songs that we sing here in Ghana. Majority of them even Nigerians, some of them that we do sing. So you can include them in your song as well. So there are other songs that you can project, and then here you go. Like you see this particular song, I didn't I haven't applied a theme to it. So when I come here, I have to apply the theme to it. I can make this a default so that anytime I project, it's going to show that way. So we have then we are switching between. So this is how you'll be able to do it. So now let's create another theme. Here we didn't add a logo. Okay, here we didn't add a logo. So now I believe I'm just taking time to repeat the same steps so that you'll be able to understand. the same thing, we can project the song at one side and then add the video to another side. So this time let's create another theme and then bring, okay, this is what we are going to do this time. uh, Lower third lyrics with a background, like the lyrics should have a background. So now we click on the inspector and then we come to elements. Remember I said the element is an object that you can change. It could be a text, and a text you can change it font color, you can change it border, shadow, and all of those things. So let's come to fill. We want to fill it with a media. What media do you want to fill? We want to fill it with an image. So we choose this image, and then the image doesn't apply to the whole slide or the background of the slide, but that particular element. And then when we are done, we can go to the background, the main background, and then I'll choose media again, and then choose feed, and then choose camera. So once you have chosen camera, now we want to add something, an image that is our logo. So that one you have to come to media to insert. Like you can insert a text, you can insert a scripture, you can insert a shape. We can also insert a logo. And I've told you the logo is PNG, so that you don't have that background around it. So you can tell your graphic designer to get you a PNG background. Or if you want me to create a logo for you too, you can contact me. I'll create a logo for you for your church as well. So this is what you do. This time you call it camera lower third with background, and then we click on OK. So now let's go to a song, the same song, and now let's see how this one will react. So this time, this is how it's going to show. You see, I like this one more than when it is transparent, like when the lyrics is without any background, because this one looks nice. And then you can see I'm using a particular font that looks very nice and decent. The font is called Century Gothic. It's one of the nicest fonts that you can use. Aside the Tahoma font, you can use Century Gothic font. So I'll show you how you'll be able to change the font in your presentation. How do you call it? Your song, default song, and then your song font, how you'll be able to change it in EasyWorship. So this is how you'll be able to add. You'll be able to create teams lower third. So you see how powerful EasyWorship is. That is the reason why it's one of the popular, even though there are other ones that are also good. But the reason why people use it and then it's very popular is because of some of these reasons. You do this thing without going into OBS or Vmix. We have not even touched OBS. We have not even touched Vmix. We are just doing everything in EasyWorship. So this is why it is very good to use it. But you can equally use that software if you feel free. Mind you, I'm not paid for advertising EasyWorship or anything. That is my disclaimer notice. I'm not even paid for anything. So that is just a reason for it's a sincere reason for demonstrating the software without to glorify them or to advertise them. No. So I'm not even paid a $0. All right, so let's move on to, still on the teams. I think now you get a understanding on how to create presentations. Now let's create another theme for song again. So let's create another theme for song, and then this time we are going to push the song to one side. We want to push the song to this side, maybe a half of the screen, and then let's bring our camera in here, just like we have been doing. All right, so over here, this element, I'm going to select this element and I will fill it with background. What background do I want? You can fill it with color. Okay, so let us just be dynamic. We can just fill it with we can just, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This time we are going to fill it with an image. How do you call it? Image. Where is the image? We fill it with this image, and then let's add a video. Let's bring in our video. feed. So let's reduce it, resize it till we get half of it, and then we push it to the top. Let's import our image again. That is our logo. This time I'm going to put the logo here. So I just want it to be dynamic so that it doesn't look same. So that when you are creating, you know you'll be able to do all of these things. So song, lyrics, beside, camera. So with these themes, let's say another song. So this is one song, and then when we come here, we add it. Then we can go live. So this is how it's going to show. You have a song like this. Our logo is showing right there at the top. And then here we go. So this is what you can do. So we have our camera right here, and then we have our logo on top. And then there is one popular how do you call it, one popular theme that people have been creating. I'm going to show you how you'll be able to do that. All right, so the other theme that I wanted to show you is one of the most popular ones that you have been seeing on in many video live streaming. So now that one, we are going to create it under scripture. You can still create it under songs, but it's mostly used in the scripture side. So now let's click on add, and then now we need to create this theme. We are going to create this particular theme. So let's call this scripture with motion background. Okay, so camera, motion, background, and scripture. So now let's position our scripture here. And then once we have positioned our scripture here, this is what we are going to do. Let me just click on OK. I told you that anytime you want to import something, a video, we need to add it in our media first. So let's go and add it and come back to it. So now let's go to media. We come to videos, and then we add our videos here. So I have a video here, motion. So I'll add the video to my background, the background motion that I want to use to my videos, so that when I go to the themes, I can see it there and then add it. So now let's right click and then choose video properties, and then let's check this one, repeat, so that even when the video ends, even though the video is about 4 minutes, so that when it ends we can still repeat it. So we select repeat, and then actually there is no audio in the video, but anytime I import a video, I mute the audio so that it doesn't play. Sometimes the HDMI carries sound, so it may go into your TV when there is a video playing, and then the video has a background audio, so it will carry the sound through the HDMI cable into your TV. And most TVs have speakers, so the sound can play around that. So now let's click on OK, and then when we are done, now let's go back to the themes. So this was the theme that scripture. This was the theme that we were creating. So cam, motion. So now let's edit it. Now that we have edited it, our slide, the main background, we want it to be a motion background. So we go to inspector again, and then we choose background. And then what do we want to fill our background? We want to fill it with media. What type of media? Video. So now you see our video is here. Now we click on the video, and then the video shows. Now that the video has shown, we also want to add our camera. So now let's add our camera. We come here, media. We choose. This is when we are adding a camera. We choose feed, and then we import the feed. So let's resize the feed. You can resize it to any size that you want. Now that we have resized our feed over here, we have our camera here, and then let's import our logo to let's go to our images, and then we import our logo. You see why I've been saying your logo should be a PNG. So when it is a PNG, you have a transparent background that doesn't show in the video. So we have imported this our camera, we have our logo, we have our background, it's a motion background, and then we have our scripture. So now we click on OK. So now let's go live on a scripture like Luke 3, and then let me just empty the shadow window. I'm not going to save anything. I just want to demonstrate something to you. So sometimes people project the scripture large as this, and then when they are done, maybe after showing this one, they can still apply this one there. Most of these things that I'm showing you, they do them in vMix or whatever, but I'm showing you how to do it in EasyWorship, only EasyWorship. And then when we are done, we have applied a theme on this. So when you lower it, when you collapse it, when you expand it rather, when you expand the shadow item, you'll be able to see, you'll get a preview of how it's going to look like when you go to live. So now let's apply it live. So this is how it's going to show. This thing you have been seeing most of them in, how do you call it? Most of them in online videos. This is how you do it. There is no need for vMix. There is no need for OBS. You can still do it in EasyWorship. So see, so your man of God is standing here. This is how the video is showing. You have a logo there. You have a motion background playing around, and then you have your scripture also showing. This one, some of the cool features that makes EasyWorship very powerful. So you can see that this is, and then this thing you can display it in church as well on your church presentation TVs or screens or projectors. So today's video is purposely for creating themes, different kinds of themes, how you'll be able to create them. So this is it. And then I think what else? Is there any other thing that I need to show you or I'm forgetting? So that is it. So that is it for today's tutorial. But I'm going to show you how you'll be able to record this or stream this thing that you are doing online. Okay, I'm going to show you how you'll be able to send all of these things to online and then show them. So this is what you can do. First of all, we are going to use OBS to do that. So imagine we are doing this and we want to show it to online. We want to send our video to online. So you open up OBS, and then everything that we are doing here, we can turn off this. We can turn off the live, and then now when we come here, we would want to change our main output from our secondary screen to, we then want to stream it through NDI into EasyWorship. So when we come to live edit menu, we choose options, and then when we have chosen options, we come to main output. So this time we choose NDI. So when you have chosen NDI, now you click on OK. You click on OK to send it to NDI. So now I'm not showing it on my TV screens anymore. Okay, so I come to NDI, and then when I've come to NDI, I can click on add. Make sure you have imported NDI plugin here. Else, if you haven't done that, go to YouTube video and go and search how you'll be able to import NDI in OBS. So you have to do that first, and then when you have done that, now come to your OBS, and then among the sources, click on the plus sign, and then choose NDI. When you have chosen NDI, now call it EasyWorship NDI, and then now we choose EasyWorship as our source, and then this is what we do: disable the audio, and then you click on OK. So we have it. We have now brought our content in here. Okay, our video in here. So you can see my hand showing. So this is the video, and then when you are having the video, you can transit to go live, So now let me just switch from the studio mode. So on what your OBS will be doing is that it's either you use it for only recording or live streaming, and then you do the major work, all your design work, everything, presentation, scripture things, lower thirds, do them in your EasyWorship. Minimize this window, and then it will be doing the streaming. Like when you have inserted your streaming things and all of those things, just be doing them in there. That's all. It can equally be a vmix that you are using. So when I'm done, I'll show you how you'll be able to do it in vmix too as well. So now when we are done with this one, the next thing that we can do is that we need to add audio. Okay, so audio from our audio sources or our microphone. So now when you click on the plus sign, you come to audio input capture, and then it could be your microphone. So I'm going to use this one. I have an external microphone. So let's see, this is my external microphone that I want to use. So I've added it. And sometimes in OBS, unless you restart before the audio will take effect, so you need to open and restart. So the audio is still not showing. So now let me just change this one and see if I'll be. Sometimes these are some of the minor issues with OBS. You need to restart for the audio to take effect. Hello. Okay, so it has already taken effect. So this is my microphone that is coming in here. So we have our microphone. So this could be the sound, and then it will be back in your it will sync with your video. Okay, so when you are done with this, whether you want to record or whether you want to do your live streaming, you can do. So now let's go to a song like let's project song. So this is our song. Sometimes you can show it fully. Some God when they are singing. But when you think you need to a lower third, maybe you might be doing only lower third songs. So if it is lower text songs that you want to do, just make sure you are making this one the default. So that any song you go to themes and then you click on the song tab, right? Click on this, come your theme that you have created and set it as the default song distance. So anytime you project, this is how it's going to show. Awesome God. Let me just do this one. So you are highly lifted up, then we give you praise. So you see, you are able to change awesome God, and then you can record. You can choose to record or stream. But when you want to stream, you click on settings, and then when you have clicked on settings, a couple of things that you need to do. You come to stream, and then if it is YouTube, you choose YouTube. You enter your streaming key, you click on apply, and then the output, you can choose a lower bit rate so that your video can stream faster. So today's video is not on how to get smooth streaming. I'm just showing you one or two things, and then if you want to stream, your bit rate, your video bit rate is there, audio, everything you have set in. The main thing is just your streaming key, whether you are streaming to Facebook or YouTube, and then when you are done, you click on OK. Then you click on start streaming, and then it will stream. All right, so I know people are going to ask, how will I be able to do this in vmix? So let me just close this window and then show you how you'll be able to do this in vmix as well. So let me close EasyWorship. Now for vmix users, you open vmix. vmix is taking the entire screen, so you can download. So you need to add an input, and then when you have clicked on input, you choose NDI, and then when you have come to NDI, Easy Worship NDI will show over here, and then you click on OK. So now Easy Worship has come into Vmix, and then whatever we show over here is going to show. So Vmix, and then you just use your Vmix for only streaming or recording. That's all. There is no need to create many templates here, so there's no need. You do everything in Easy Worship. All right, so that is it for today. So I think if you want to record, you can go to stream, you do your streaming settings, and then you enter the URL for your streaming, YouTube and those things. So today's video is not for that. Today's video is not for that. So let's close Vmix. Okay, sorry, I forgot. I didn't add audio input in Vmix, but you can go and search videos online. You can go in my other videos, and then you will see how to add video input in Vmix. Okay, so the only thing that Easy Worship has not yet done is adding audio source. This audio source is not microphone, it's audio, like a music file, MP3. I think the best that they can do is when they add audio input, then you can import your microphone directly into Easy Worship, and I believe it's going to be good. And for now, let me just pause here. So I've just taught you how you'll be able to create themes and then presentations for use. So go and create more. You can create more for yourself. That's just the basic idea. And then if you need a song database, it's a constant, it's a database that is updated often. We are updating it all the time with different lyrics and then with translations, for the purpose that everybody who read from online will be able to understand. All right, so there are a couple of things that I need to make it clear to you. So that is it. And then Easy Worship is not for free. You need to know that. Easy Worship is not for free. The free version and then I'm not paid for teaching their software online. Get to know this. So please make sure you subscribe. All right, so thank you very much for watching this video. And then if you need the database, contact for the database. So thank you very much. Like the video, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell icon to get notified of every new content we put online. God bless you.